Good morning. This morning I am waking up in Dallas, Texas. Today's schedule on the agenda, I am flying from Dallas to Guatemala City, Guatemala. Good morning, everyone. Okay, so I am all dressed and ready to head downstairs. I have it's like 30 minutes before I have to report down there, but I have a $20 bill that I need to break in order to have change to pay the driver's tips, to give the driver's tips. So I will do that because asking a driver to break a 20, you like wipe them out of all of their change if they happen to have that much on them, and it's early in the morning. I don't want to do that, so there is a little cafe downstairs. I will go get some change for that, and then I will be on my way to Guatemala City, Guatemala. I love that place. Everyone at that hotel is so nice. There's a lot of in that particular hotel like Mayan artifacts, so I always like to just peruse the halls and learn a little bit about the Mayan history. So I plan on doing that. And today I am flying the flight attendant number 4 position on the 737 aircraft, Boeing 737 aircraft. So I will, once I'm on there, before passengers get on, I just do my checks of the emergency equipment that I am responsible for, make sure everything is good, and then we'll start boarding passengers. One of my duties is briefing the overwing exits, so I will make sure that I brief those and that everyone assigned in those seats do meet the requirements to sit there. So part of my job this morning. A couple of things that I am responsible for. I haven't checked the weather down in Guatemala, but I will have a look just to kind of get an idea of what sort of weather that I am flying into. And then the captain will give us a briefing and give us a heads up whether they anticipate any turbulence or what kind of ride to expect. But other than that, I'm going to get on with my day. Come with me on today's journey as we leave Dallas on our way to Guatemala. We are just off to the side waiting. Our plane just arrived full of passengers, so we have to wait for the passengers to deplane, and then we will get the go-ahead to scan on and make our way down to the aircraft to work our flight. My security checks are done. I have a few minutes before I start boarding passengers. Look at how green it is out there. Something unexpected has happened. And no, we are not in Guatemala. We are actually in El Salvador. Our flight was diverted due to a storm that was near the airport in Guatemala, and now we are just sitting on the tarmac waiting. Okay guys, what a day I've had. Let me just say, what a day. Guess what? I am not in Guatemala City. I am in San Salvador, El Salvador. Yes, that's right. We got diverted. What was supposed to be a short day, Dallas to Guatemala City, and like a 5-hour workday, turned into a very long workday, and I feel very tired right now, but I feel like I cannot rest, and I'll tell you more about that why in just a minute. But I made a whole list of everything that happened. So, okay, let's start back in Dallas. So in Dallas, all the passengers were boarded. We closed the boarding door. We armed our doors. We did our safety demonstration. We did our safety check. And then we were buckled in our jump seats. We were taxiing, and usually Dallas is a little bit of a long taxi. But it took a little bit longer than usual, and then we were just like stopped somewhere. And the captain came on and made a PA and informed us that departures were being paused due to an ATC equipment malfunction. So an air traffic control equipment malfunction. I thought that we were going to sit there a lot longer than we did. But I would say we were sitting less than 15 minutes, and before we knew it, we were off again. That was good. The flight to Guatemala City, good. Nothing to complain about. Passengers are very pleasant. I think there were a lot of passengers going on vacation. I think there was a big church group. Just friendly passengers. So this was about a 3-hour flight, and as we had already begun our initial descent. We were actually pretty close to landing. I think we were about 4 minutes from landing when I felt the aircraft starting to climb again. And it kind of felt like we were like circling or doing a turn. So I turned to the other flight attendant and I told her, it feels like we're circling. She goes, yeah, it feels like we've kind of been in the same pattern. I looked at my little flight tracker, and last time I looked at it, we were 4 minutes from landing. I looked at it again, it said 57 minutes. Then after a couple minutes, it changed to like 27. So it was like odd, something was off. So we could feel we were kind of doing a go around, and it got bumpy and turbulent. So I thought, okay, there's probably weather there. Captain came on and made a PA and informed all of the passengers that we were diverting to El Salvador, due to weather near the Guatemala City airport. So that took about 30 or so minutes to get there from that point. We landed. He said one of the reasons, so we were being diverted there due to the weather, and we needed to get more fuel. So the plan was to land in San Salvador, fuel up the airplane, and reassess. So we landed in San Salvador and just parked. Passengers stayed on board as we were just waiting for the plane to be fueled and have them kind of like figure everything out. And Captain made a PA, just kind of, said what I just told you. And then about an hour later, I think it had been about an hour, Captain came on and informed us that the aircraft was fueled and that there was a maintenance issue that they were waiting to be signed off on. Okay, a little while later, the number 2 noticed it was time for us to deliver the tarmac delay kit because we had approached that threshold. So tarmac delay kit is a snack for all passengers, and when you've been sitting on the tarmac for a certain amount of time, you have to pass out water and snacks. We opened the tarmac delay kit and we went through the cabin, passed out a snack to everyone, passed out water to everyone, and I would say everyone was very, very kind. I'm all over the place, I'm a little bit tired. Prior to the tarmac delay kit, I would say as soon as we landed, oh geez, that bathroom line was non-stop. Everyone had to use a bathroom. So, everyone, I don't even know why I brought that up, but the bathroom was busy. I think that's just kind of like ingrained in my mind. Bathroom was super busy. Passed out the snacks, passed out drinks again, handed water, and everyone was super nice. Then Captain came and made an announcement saying that the aircraft was being taken out of service. And shortly after that, someone from the airport came on, made an announcement in Spanish, informing passengers the airplane was being taken out of service. Everyone was going to deplane, but we couldn't deplane at that moment because we weren't actually at a gate. We were like parked on the tarmac, and then they brought like stairs for the airport crew to come on during the time that we needed assistance. But that isn't the type of airport, from what I understand, that allows passengers to go down those same stairs. So had to be towed to a gate, get to the gate, and then they tell passengers, well, you can't get off yet because this is an international flight and we need to wait for paperwork that updates all of the passenger information with all the international stuff on there. I guess like their passport numbers. So once they got that, then they gave the go-ahead for passengers to start deplaning, and they just asked them to have their boarding pass from Dallas to Guatemala in hand along with their passport so they could check everyone as they exited the aircraft. So we did that, and then the pilots don't know what's happening with their trip. We don't know what's happening with our trip. We don't know if we're leaving tonight. We don't know if we're leaving tomorrow. Pilots got the information, temporary information. I mean, I'm in a hotel right now, so they did put us in a hotel, but I don't know when we're leaving. None of us know when we're leaving. The pilots could be doing a different sort of sequence. We could be pulled to do something else. I'm not sure. That's all up in the air. So here I am. I'm in my hotel room. I don't know what time my pickup is. I don't know what flight I'm working. I don't know anything, and I'm not the number one. So we exchange numbers. We're on a group chat. Crew scheduling will call the flight attendant number one, and then he will relay the information to all of us. In the meantime, like I said, I'm really tired, but I feel like I can't sleep because I don't know when I'm supposed to wake up. Can they wake me up tonight? Is it possible that they find an airplane and I have to go work the plane to Guatemala City? Like, I'm afraid to wash off my makeup and, because what if they call me like, hey, you need to make your way to the airport, you're going to work this flight, because it was a full flight. So there's almost 200 passengers that still need to get to Guatemala City. So that is up in the air. We were diverted. I'm sitting here in San Salvador, El Salvador. I'm supposed to be in Guatemala City tonight, and tomorrow I'm supposed to wrap up this trip, easy peasy, but other plans came into play. So yeah, that's what I have. I'll show you my view. I really didn't film much of El Salvador. It's all been a little bit of a mess, but let's do a quick little room tour. I'll show you my view. Okay. Here's the view. It's always so gorgeous here and so green. There were like coconut stands across the street with fresh coconuts. And the first time I came here, it was one of my first trips, like upon graduating from flight attendant training, and I was with classmates, and we did walk across the street. We each got a fresh coconut with a straw, and we sucked fresh coconut juice out of that coconut, and it was like 50 cents or something. But here's my room that I'm afraid to completely rest in, and I am hungry, so I'm going to you know what? I'm so tired. I keep cutting off like my train of thought, and my mouth keeps speaking before like my brain even finishes formulating what I want to say. What I was going to say is I'm so hungry. I'm going to eat my emergency food, which is a can of garbanzo beans and rice. So that will be my dinner. That's a side note. Okay, TV, desk. There is a refrigerator here. There's a microwave, so I don't have to eat cold garbanzo beans. A mirror, a closet, I'm just going to change to relax at least a little bit. I'm going to eat, and then I guess I'll just keep you posted on what happens. I was diverted. I don't know what the next step is, but I'll let you know as soon as I know. Okay, so here's the update. I am staying here overnight and working the 10 a.m. flight tomorrow from San Salvador to Guatemala City. Then I'm working the next flight from Guatemala City to Miami, and I will finish at 2:07. I should get to Miami around 2:17. Okay, I was supposed to arrive in Miami tomorrow at 11. Now I'll get there too. Not too bad. I'm glad I can sleep tonight. So I'm going to get this uniform off. I'm going to have some dinner. That's the microwave telling me that I left my food in there and it's done. And just relax. A little bit of a headache. So, okay, I'm glad that we got that squared away. At least that's done. All right, guys, so I will leave it here. If you enjoyed this video, this was my first diversion. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. And to see new videos, if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, then please hit the subscribe button. Until next time, bye guys.